Hi guys, today I thought I would do a fun video about winter. Now I'm someone who actually really enjoys winter, but I know a lot of people don't. Whether you have seasonal depression or you just kind of feel down in the winter, you just don't feel like doing anything because it's cold and things like that. I found a few ways that I feel like really can help you kind of either enjoy winter more or distract you from winter. So there are a few different things. I have a list here that can help. So first off, we're gonna start with perfume. I think fragrance can make such an impact on your mood, and I feel like perfume is a great way to do that. Even if you're out of the house, you can still enjoy it. For me, I like to spray perfume either in my hair or on like a scarf or something, and I feel like that smell can just really transport you somewhere else. In the winter, I know we usually would reach for spicy, warm scents, but if you're someone who loves spring and summer, try to use a fragrance that reminds you of the spring or summer, so that when you're outside waiting for the bus or wherever you are where you're cold, just sniff your scarf and it'll take you to a beach or a tropical paradise. So we're going to talk about Dossier, and I'm sure you could see that coming. I've been working with Dossier for quite a while now, and they are this is the box, they are a perfume brand that makes perfumes based off of very expensive brand names like Tom Ford and things like that. Now they did send me these for free and I do work with them, but this video is not sponsored. They just sent these to me to try out, and I decided this month to pick a few scents that reminded me of spring, because as much as I love winter, sometimes you just really want it to be warm. So one of the ones I love that is such a spring fresh scent is called Woody Basil. This one is inspired by YSL Home. Butchered that. It has basil, ginger, bergamot, lavender, violet, black pepper, tonka bean, patchouli, and blonde woods. All of their little containers look like this. Very simple, sleek, and they have magnetic tops. This one I just absolutely love. Anything that smells like basil, I'm obsessed with. And this has that classic smelling a basil plant smell, mixed with a little bit of warmth, so it's not like someone's you smell like coconut in the middle of winter. It's it can be a really great transitional scent. I love it. It's so fresh. It's like when you just planted a garden or something. So I feel like that's a really great one to kind of perk you up and make you feel fresh outside, warm weather. Another one I really love for winter, to kind of perk up the spring smell in your mind, is this one, and it's called Musky Green Tea. It has green tea, bergamot, mandarin, petrigreen, neroli, which is one I really love, blackcurrant, musk, sandalwood, and orris. It's inspired by Creed Silver Mountain water. This one, it's so funny. I don't really like green tea. I don't like the flavor. I don't like the smell. I feel like it's way too grass. This has it smells like perfume. It doesn't just smell like you're smelling green tea, but it's if you walked into, when I smell this and I close my eyes, I think of a bookstore in the mall that it serves green tea and everyone's drinking it, but it also has incense or something. It's a very nice scent, and I feel like it's the kind of thing that makes you feel warm but also has that green tea freshness to it. So I really love those. Now if you're on the opposite end of the spectrum, or if you just aren't someone who really loves winter, try to give it a chance. Instead of fighting it and using things like that, you can go on the other side and love winter scents that really make you feel warm and good and cozy. That's more my vibe, but I love either way. Depends on my mood that day. One I really like for winter is called Woody Chestnut from Dossier. It's inspired by Mason Margiela. Butchered that. Has pink pepper, orange blossom, cloves, chestnut, guaiac wood, cade wood, vanilla, Peru balsam, and cedar wood. Oh, you can just look at the color. It smells like a really rich lady. I just imagine if I were to meet Michelle Obama, that's what she would smell like. Now this one is really my kind of thing. It's called Floriantel Almond, and I feel for me, almond is close to vanilla, but instead of smelling like cookies, you still smell like perfume. So this one, like I said, it's called Floriantel Almond. It has almond, peach, orris, orange blossom, tuberose, tonka bean, vanilla, and cocoa. It's inspired by Carolina Herrera Good Girl. And this one, oh, it's so subtle. It's so nice. It has that hint of the vanilla that was in it, but it just has like more, not even a spice, like this, I wouldn't describe either one of these as like a classic winter spicy kind of scent, but it's like really great for this time of year where it's starting to get colder but you're not like fully into the Christmas winterness. Oh, I love it. I love it. And these last really long. It's like super surprising to me, actually. I absolutely love them. I've been using them since the brand reached out to me, and I just feel like there's no reason to be spending like hundreds of dollars on perfume when you don't have to. Also, a lot of these are unisex. A lot of the ones on their website are unisex. I love unisex smells. They also make fantastic gifts, and the holidays are coming up. Moving on to other things to improve your winter life and your winter mood. One is a humidifier. For me, that changed my life, to be honest. Like, I just have this little tiny one. Oh, it's plugged in. Looks like this. It's really tiny, nothing special. I got it on Amazon for like 15 bucks or something. Obviously, depending on your space, you're gonna want to have a bigger one or not. I just use this one next to my bed, and that's when I feel like it helps the most because it gets the coldest at night, the heat comes on, and it dries out the air. Not only does my skin get dry, I get these like cracks on the side of my mouth. I wake up and I feel like I'm like so dehydrated. My mouth is so dry, and just having this little tiny humidifier helps. So I just fill it every night, turn it on, and it goes, and it's great. It doesn't make too much noise, and I just feel like if that's not something you've considered, like, it's 15 bucks, get one. You don't need one that's like an essential oil diffuser, to be honest. Like, I just don't really feel like that's necessary. Essential oils can be bad for pets as well, so that's not really my vibe. Oh my god, what was that? Excuse me. I wouldn't get one that needs essential oils. I actually have one that says don't use essential oils in it. That's just a humidifier because you really just want it to add moisture into the air. You don't need all the fragrance, which can also be irritating if you happen to have like an allergy. So that was not one thing. And then another one is a daylight lamp. Those can be very expensive. They're like, it's a version of light therapy, which is a great way to deal with having seasonal depression. And honestly, like, it's crazy how helpful it is. I actually have one on right now, if you couldn't tell. So they have very expensive ones online, like super duper expensive. They also have the one, I'm sure you've seen it, it's like always in the BuzzFeed list, about like it wakes you up in the morning to like the sun, if that makes sense. And then, like, you know, when the sun's not out and it's cool and dark and stuff, like, these lights are supposed to really help you like feel that happy feeling of having the sun, vitamin D, and it doesn't have any of the bad like UV rays. So I actually got this one for free from Influencer, but I think it'd be a great gift for anyone you know who's like miserable in winter. It is from the brand Wise, I'm not sure. I'll put in some clips of it here, but I think it's really, really cool. There's so many different settings. Let me open the app because it works through your phone. There's like no remote or anything. So right now I have it on daylight. So this is a daylight mode. This is the one I keep it on most of the day. I feel like it really kind of helps me stay alert and awake because I'm a big napper. They have warm white, so I'll change that. They have cool white and night light, so it's very dim, so you can use that at night. They also custom options, cozy, plant growth, which is interesting, focus, which is also one I use when I'm working sometimes, TV. They have a TV mode. Like, what? It's blue. Pulse. I like the pulse one a lot if I'm doing yoga because it kind of like gets brighter and duller with like a breath, so I feel like that one's really cool. And then there's a Christmas one which goes back and forth between green and red. Let's see if it goes to the red. Look at that. And then there's also a Halloween one, which is like an orange and green. And then there's a bedtime and wake up, which I find super helpful. So I think that kind of thing is super cool. I think it can really help you. This one is a lot more affordable than some of the options out there. This brand also makes a ton of like light bulbs and stuff like that. Obviously this is not sponsored by them, but I just think it's a really cool option. Another thing I find very helpful in the winter is morning showers. I know that sounds horrible. A lot of people are like, it's way too cold, but for me, I'm like a big night shower person usually. I mean, I mix it up depending on the day, but in summer, like, I feel like you're sweating all day if you've been outside, so you want to take a shower before you get into your nice clean bed. But in the winter, like, you're freezing and you want to be cozy, and I just feel like waking up in the morning, getting clean, taking a shower, refreshing, kind of gets you in that mood and like can kind of perk you up for the day. Maybe that's just me, But like listening to music, getting in the shower in the morning and like prepping for the day really gets me ready, makes me feel more awake, because in the winter I'm like extra tired, I guess because when you're cold you want to like stay under the covers. So like waking up, taking a shower kind of forces you to like get out of that like rut. But as I said earlier, if you're someone who doesn't want to fight the winter, like, or just you haven't really embraced it, do some cozy shit, like excuse my French. But instead of like fighting it with more spring scents, like embrace those winter cozy, warm, spicy scents. Light some candles, light a fire. If you have a fireplace, wear some nice cozy fall sweaters like this one. You know, do the fall stuff, have hot chocolate, like really like start baking, like do really fall stuff. I feel like if you not give in, I know this sounds stupid, because seasonal depression is real and like a lot of people do require medication for it, but if you don't have like severe seasonal depression, or you just feel like it gets you in like a bad mood, and a lot of times it can also be just like daylight savings like screws your head up with the sleep and stuff, and I know I'm like that, but try to just like give in to the cold weather stuff, like bundle up and enjoy it, like try to like be happy, like go do some fall activities and like, or winter activities now that we're getting so far, but I feel like that kind of thing can like kind of switch your outlook on winter. Like so many people just go in hating winter, like, oh it's so cold and miserable, but like enjoy it, like be excited about the snow like you're a kid again or something. I feel like when I let myself look forward to things that are like wintry, I feel better about it and I'm not like so miserable. So either way, you know, you might pull one way or the other, maybe you'll mix them up depending on the day, but I just feel like all these things are a really awesome way to kind of enjoy winter a little bit more, fight those winter blues, and yeah, if you feel like these things would help you out, let me know. If you have any other tips for anyone reading the comments, make sure to put them down there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon.